This is Rari Love, and you're watching YurpTV.
Dollar in a polo, yeah. Popo taking photos, yeah. Hey, talking is a no-no, hey. Hey, call me Quasimodo. You know me, 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 you know me. After that paper, yeah, that paper, yeah, that paper, yeah, that paper. You know me, you know me.
Rari Love.
Hey.
What's good with it?
What's up?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah. So I told you what we're doing with YurpTV and everything, how we getting things rocking around here. Let's start off with where you from.
I'm from Maryland, Baltimore.
You
Yeah.
from Baltimore?
Yeah.
What made you move to Greenville?
Family. I used to come down here as a kid because my dad owns Precise by City Trends and
Word. That's your pops that own that?
yeah. So
Okay.
we used to come down as a kid, but it was a punishment to come down here. Like, oh, you going to North Carolina to sweep up the shop.
For real?
Yes, and as I grew older, I ended up finding out I had more family down here, and I moved down here, met someone, and I just been here ever since.
Word. How was it growing up in Baltimore?
It was rough. It was rough.
Word.
Honestly speaking, I was adopted.
Okay.
And I ended up going back into the foster care system. And growing up in the foster care system in Maryland, it's not easy at all.
That sounds tough.
You know, it wasn't for me. I have a very strong mind, and when I'm in situations, I'm kind of like, this isn't me. This isn't for me. And I left. I actually went on the run, to be honest, and I just never came back. Yeah.
Wow. Let's talk a little bit about what you do.
Okay.
I know, I called you a witch. That's the only type of things I've seen
Right.
with these type of elements or whatever the case. But what exactly do you do, or what is this called?
So I am a spiritual advisor.
Okay.
That's what I like to call myself. I'm not a witch because I do not partake in magic
Okay.
per se. I believe that everyone has been given free will, and that is a beautiful thing from God. You're able to choose. And who am I to alter that? Who am I to alter your free will and in return alter someone else's? Because if I make something happen for you, I'm changing the hands in time and altering it from somewhere else. It gets altered. There has to be that balance. So if I take it here, that means I'm taking it from somewhere else. It doesn't just, magic is not magic. It's taking something from here and putting it here. So what happens to this? Something has to be in return. So that's where you get that backlash, or you get that magic gone wrong, or, you having to pay the price, et cetera, et cetera. I don't like to pay a price for anything. I just want you to be the best version of yourself. So I look into your life. I see if, there's anything that I can advise you to do that will give you a better outcome, but it's still your outcome. Get where I'm coming from?
Not really, but I'm following. Like I said, I'm not familiar with any of this. You know what I'm saying?
So tarot is a tool. So it's already my gift. So subconsciously, I don't know if you ever heard of cartomancy. Cartomancy is a form of cartomancy. So instead of people saying, oh, it's a witch thing, or it's a psychic thing, or it's this, it is actually a form of cartomancy. And basically it is able to see future cards. So that's where you see people who can use a regular deck of cards and see the future. So
you can see the future pretty much.
Yes, I can see the present, the past, and the future.
Okay.
I can see different outcomes to any situation that you could ask of.
Word.
It's a beautiful thing. So knowing this, I use this for good, and I can help a lot of people on their journey.
Respect. How do you handle criticism? Because I'm sure you get a lot of flack for this type of stuff. How do you handle criticism? Somebody was just saying, like, this is some BS. Like, how you handle that?
I laugh. I definitely laugh because I get it. I understand that, people are going to backlash what they don't know.
Facts.
You know, you're scared of what you don't know. You're scared of the unknown. And that's understandable. And I don't take offense to it because you really don't know. Like, that's like you knowing something and someone comes to you and is like, it ain't right, man. It ain't right. And it's just like, but I know it is. You'll see. You know, it's kind of one of those things like you don't have to puff your chest out when you know the strength that you hold. You know, you don't have to show or prove what you already know. It's like, you'll get it. Like, I tell you and you believe it, you don't, and it's cool. Like, no one has ever disrespected me. I have had it's not true, go ahead and do it. And people have played with me like, give me a reading. And I'm reading the whole room and they're like, oh, let me do this. And it's questions that really don't hold much weight. But I'm like, okay, y'all want me to prove it? Fine. Like, I become a magic trick. But then that one person who is so against it ends up having the most complex reading. And I end up telling them about their future and what's going to happen if they don't change this, that, and the third, then this is going to happen. And they're like, oh, you're BSing me. And then it happens. And then I get a call like, remember?
Really?
Yeah, every
That's
time.
crazy.
Every time. I might get you like that.
Nah, I doubt. We'll see.
I might get you like that.
We'll see. Look, so how'd you get into this tarot reading and all this good stuff?
So, I was once like everyone else, a non-believer. I was like, man, I was always kind of interested, but I was like, nah, like, ain't no way. It must be the devil. I was big like that. I was in Christian.
I grew up Christian.
Yeah, so, and that's another reason why I kind of get it. Like, I'm like, I was there and I was terrified. But one day, I was in Maryland and then we were leaving out. And they were like, let's go get something to eat from Checkers. And I hate Checkers. Like, I hate Checkers. And I'm like, no, I'm not going
I just started to hate Checkers, man. I used to love it as a kid.
I don't like Checkers.
You don't like the fries?
No. Those fries are nasty.
The fries are nasty?
Yes.
What fries are better than Checker fries?
All of them.
Oh, thank you.
Bro.
All of them.
Hey,
what? All of them are nasty.
I'm going to let you slide.
Oh, I mean, all of them are better than Checkers. Checkers is nasty.
Tripping. I guarantee you people going to disagree. I'm about to title that in this video. Go ahead.
But yeah, so they were like, no, we're going to Checkers. We don't want to go to more than one place because we got to get back on the road to go back to North Carolina. And I was just like, whatever. We'll eat Checkers. So I got me some hot wings. And, excuse me. And then they were like, as we were sitting there, they were like, let's park and eat. So I was like, all right. And I'm eating. And next thing I know, and I swear, going back to this is like looking at a movie. I see this man come out with like a statement that says $10 palm readings. Now, with non-believers, they're not going to pay for something that they don't believe in. Facts. You got to have a low price. You have to. I need to make sure that if this is BS, that I can lose that money. So when it said $10, I'm like, let me try it. So everybody was against it. And I was like, no, we have to. I went up there. I remember walking up the stairs and I was so scared. I was so scared because I'm like, I'm over here about to partake in devil's work. And I believe in God. And I knocked on the door and I was about to turn away. I swear I was about to turn away because when I was feeling in my chest, I just like, just go. She come to the door. She was like, hi. And it was such a nice lady. And I looked behind her just to make sure I ain't see no like witch stuff. Because if I did, I was turning around. And it was a regular house. Okay. I was like, okay, I think I might be able to do this. She took me in her room, had just a great spirit. She read me. And I mean, she really read me. And I just was like, I am so fascinated. After that, I got obsessed. Honestly, I had a slight obsession. I left there and I came back to North Carolina and I was like, tarot readers in Greenville, tarot readers. There was only one.
Word.
Everybody know this lady.
Lisa? Lisa?
I don't know if that's her name.
White lady?
Is that her name?
White lady?
She might be. It might be her. I don't know, but the little house hut. Everybody know her though. And under the reviews, I like to look at reviews, but she was the only one, so I was going to go to her anyway.
All right.
And they said, she's going to get you for your money. But I was like, I'm good. Anyway, so I went there and I asked, like, she said 2 questions for like $60.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's a little steep.
Yeah, that's super steep.
That's a little steep.
Questions, yeah.
But with my obsession, it was like, I'll pay anything. Give me what I want.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave her the $60. She do it. And I was like, I don't think that was worth $60. She was like, and you know what else? I said, what? She said, you're hex. I said, yeah, you lying now.
So what does that mean?
Hex is like cursed. I'm cursed. Man. I got voodoo on me.
Oh, word.
I'm like, you lying now. So I'm still listening. I said, oh yeah? She said, but I would not charge you for God's prayers, but I will charge you for the candles. So I said, well, shoot, how much are the candles? She talking about $1,600. I said, girl, you playing. You playing now. Yes, $1,600 for candles to get a hex that was not even on me.
It wasn't on you?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, that's what people gotta deal with. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they have to deal with.
That's why you got people like me skeptical.
Of course.
What's up with this stuff?
I get that. So after that, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go get some cards and I'm gonna see if I can do it because I know I'm not gonna lie to myself or anyone else. And I got these cards not as a person trying to get money. I got these cards to know truth. I'm big on truth. And I tried every way that you can think of to find out that these cards are not real, that there's something behind it. I mean, literally down to, maybe it's because I know them that the cards come out like this. Or maybe because I know this, or I know that, or I've seen them, or I did it. I mean, literally, you can ask me any way of how to read these cards or who I have read. And it comes out accurate. Like, through the first year that I've done this, I'm just coming out now with it and charging because I know what I know. But in the beginning, I didn't charge anyone. And there's a lot of people that I read and I just like, well, how was the accuracy? Like, I don't know. I'm doing it, just doing it. And I'm asking you. So I could be wrong and I would have took that I was wrong. Because then I would have wrote in my book like, these cards some bullshit. And it would have just been that. But they're not. And these cards have transformed my life.
Really?
Yes.
So how does those cards affect your relationships? Yeah.
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, I know.
Which is why my ass is single right now.
Oh, yeah. Sounds about right. Because those will flip your world upside down if that's how you're saying.
Who cards? They know the only thing they know how to do is tell the truth.
So what has it told you about like potential mates or whatever the case?
Well, it tells me the outcome. It tells me who they are as a person. It tells me their flaws. Yeah. It tells me their strengths.
Really?
Yes. It tells me everything I need to know. It tells me if I am in a relationship, if they're cheating. It tells me with who.
Really?
Yes.
What you mean it tells you with who? Stop playing with me. It tells you with who. Come on, man.
No, for real.
Cut this camera off, man. YurpTV, man. Like, what's this, man? We ain't coming for a circus, man. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
So, hey, look. So you mean to tell me it tells you who, like, it says their name?
No, because we're not our name. How could it tell me a name
so
that we're not?
So what would it do? So
it'll tell me what type of woman she is.
Word. Are these based on zodiacs?
Not necessarily. You can read zodiacs through here. I don't.
Word. I see you are big on zodiacs though.
I am. I do ask everyone their zodiac. Yeah. Because it gives me a little rundown. Just quick facts. Like when I see someone.
Why do you feel like people don't believe in zodiacs? Because I'm gonna be honest. For the past 2 years, I've only studied zodiacs, and it's been absolutely true for everybody I've met.
Right.
I'm talking about sun, rising, moon, all that good stuff. It's crazy how accurate it is. You'll tell somebody that you know personally about themselves, and they will deny it so heavily. You're like, bro, this is really you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, why do you feel like people don't believe in zodiacs?
Well, you just hit it nail on the head when you did the sun and moon.
Word.
A lot of people don't know that. They just think, hey, this is when I was born and yada, yada, yada. No, like what makes me different from the next Scorpio is my sun and my moon. My sun, your rising is how you present yourself to the world. Your moon is your inner emotions. And then you have your zodiac, you know, and that's kind of like that shell. So with me being a Scorpio as my zodiac, a Taurus rising, which is opposite of me, amazingly, and then a Scorpio moon, it makes me very different, you know? So I'm not like the next Scorpio. So when they see certain things, it's like, you know, they don't use it as take what resonates and leave the rest alone. They kind of like, that wasn't true, so none of this is true. Yeah. But it's deeper than that. Yeah. And we all know that the world is complex. We know this on all the stars and the moons that's out there and how they each run in each zodiac and how retrogrades make us feel different.
Yeah, I'm not really big on, I don't really get into all that. I just know the zodiacs kind of give me a rundown of the person.
Give you a rundown. You know. But to know the zodiac is just that open door to the rest of it. Word. That's it. You know, knowledge is a whirlpool. It is never ending. We will never know all that we can know. Facts. You know, we're forever learning. And that is what I do every day. I learn every day through every little thing.
Same here. I see you on your Facebook stories all the time. Yeah. Either saying some poetry or sometimes we know what you talking about. You know, I respond to someone, but someone will be like, oh, what show you talking about?
Yeah, but, I'm here to plant the seed.
Word.
You know, a lot of people are not going to know what I'm talking about. And that was what I was saying when I said in my poetry piece, where I said,
not to intervene, but do you hear that you're crazy often? You can be honest.
Yeah, I'm crazy. My whole everything is crazy.
But do people be like, yo,
they love it. Anyone that is around me loves my crazy. Like you're not gonna know what's gonna come out of my mouth, but also to know that I'm genuine, to know that I always leave with good intent. It's like she crazy, but she really good people though. I don't care about being called crazy. I like it.
I feel that. I got some questions also prepared.
Okay.
My assistant got me right. So let's see what we
Shout
got.
out to your assistant.
Yeah, shout out Bianca Speaks, man. There you know. Would you consider yourself a clairvoyant?
Wow.
Yeah,
Go, girl.
She's into that. Yeah.
Yes, I am. I'm actually clairvoyant, clairsentient, and clairaudient.
What is that?
So clairaudient, I actually literally hear from the other side. Like I don't want to sound so crazy, but it's true. It is going to sound crazy.
Going down the wrong path. I'm telling you straight up.
So when I do your reading, right?
Go ahead.
If spirit starts talking to me,
like dead people?
No, I can. That's mediumship. I can do that, but they don't really. They'll talk to me a little bit, but not really. Word. They don't really, because I'm low key kind of scared of it. Like if a dead person just pop up, like I'm scared. But it's really more than energy. You don't really see them. You can feel their energy though. I feel, and I never felt a bad spirit. So that's kind of what scares me. Knowing that there's always another side to stuff, you know? So I do deal with the good, but there's always that chance that I can deal with something, you know, a negative energy.
I feel that.
I hear that. And then Clara sentient. Lord, I can't even. I want to say that is. I can't even think of it. But I know I feel everything. Like I can feel your energy literally on my skin like air.
Whose?
Yours.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
What you mean you can feel it?
I can feel energy.
What kind of energy I got right now?
I mean, you have a regular energy. I've been actually, since I just meeting you, I'm still feeling your energy out. And then I also have someone else that I'm kind of feeling out. So it's a couple energies in here that all three of you have very strong energies.
All right. Yeah. So, can you tell I'm cocky? People call me cocky. I really call it confidence, though. That energy, not that.
Nah, I don't get that from you because I see deeper than the outside anyway.
Word.
I really see deep, like to a point where I can see someone's pain in there.
Word.
What they've been through. So what you may show the world is not what I feel.
Okay. We're gonna see though. We're gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
How accurate do you believe the study of astrology is? And do you ever find yourself subconsciously judging people based off zodiac signs? We've already answered that pretty much.
Yeah.
But,
I do low key judge. And not in a bad way. It's with love. It's
how you feel about
like,
Geminis? Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Tough dealing with one.
Let me tell you.
I see Trump is a Gemini, Kanye a Gemini. Them people hated by America right now.
I was married to a Gemini.
You was married?
Yeah. And it was like a love-hate relationship. A couple of years.
Word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I was with him for a large part of my time. And I had my kids with him.
Word.
And it was a love-hate. It was a love-hate. Like, y'all are something. I try to stay away from y'all.
That's good.
Because it's toxic.
Facts.
In a good way, though. Like, it's like I shouldn't be, you shouldn't be having, it's like I go with your moods. I mold to my people. So, like, if I'm molding to a Gemini, one day you're this twin, and then you're that twin, and I find myself being like that. Like, one day I'm like, what you want to eat? And then I'm like, what you want to eat? Yeah. And I'm like, this is not healthy. Like, no, I like to be nice all the time. So, y'all are something else.
Hey, man, look, I ain't asked to be this way.
Yeah, and y'all got a smart mouth.
I just live life.
God, no, y'all got a smart mouth.
I wasn't born here. I wasn't born. I could, if I could have picked, I don't know what I would have picked, but I don't know. But,
I'm glad I'm going to school.
All right, here's another one. She said, have you ever studied numerology?
Yes, a little bit.
Word. Are you into that?
Not really, honestly. Only time I get into numerology is if it's a potential partner.
Word.
So, excuse me, when I judge off of zodiacs, I'm like, okay, that's their zodiac. And I kind of I always keep people at a distance. It's only when I want to decide to make someone a partner or a, person that is going to be very close to me that I start to really zero into who they are. I zero into everything with a magnifying glass.
Word. Sounds scary.
Yeah, I'm very careful.
Sounds intense.
Very careful. Because I'm going to do right by you,
Yeah, well, I'm sure we can talk to some of your exes and they'll be like, nah, bro.
Who going to say that?
I don't know.
Who going to say that?
Who knows? we wouldn't find out. We can only hear your side. We don't know. But
he going to be like, she crazy, but I love her.
Okay. With this tarot reading.
Yes.
How does the process go?
So usually I don't do in-person readings. Of course, you about to get one now.
Of course.
Because of the energy transfer. But I'm able to, I'm home, I'll be home and they'll hit me and say they need a reading. And then I'll get to it. I'll either do a video or I do a messenger where I'm typing it back to them. And I shuffle, lay them out, and I read it. It's like a puzzle, and I put it together, and I make a story.
Word. So what are you going to be demonstrating for us today?
A reading for you.
Okay, bet.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I don't really know exactly what to ask you, though. As far as, you gotta guide me a little bit.
Okay. So we're going to start with just letting the cards tell me something.
Okay.
And then it'll start to open up the door once you see what's in there.
I'll open my door. Right?
Yeah, it's gonna open the door, and then you're gonna see some other stuff.
All right. While you're shuffling, where do you see yourself at in 2 years, man?
Cali.
I'm
gonna be in California.
What about a living situation? How?
Look at that. Well, as far as my living situation goes,
I'm saying as far as in 2 years.
In 2 years, living in Cali. I don't know exactly where I should be in my house, of course. I'm going to be in the house. I have children, so I don't play that anyway.
Yeah. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're 5 and 7.
Shout out to them.
Yes. They're great.
All right. What are some of the hardships you face with doing tarot readings? Or even, I can guess one is trying to get people to believe
getting people to believe, overload on energy. I don't have ass readings. So like if I'm feeling down, I'm not going to do your reading. Like my energy has to be at a peak for me to do it because it's only right. I feel like when someone is coming to you humbly about their life, you come with your best foot forward, you know, so I don't give half-ass readings. So if I'm feeling down or somebody just shifted my energy, I have to take a time to myself. So I find that I'm by myself a lot. And I don't have any friends, but it's not a bad thing because I'm so different, you know?
You don't have any friends?
Like, I don't befriend, that's family. Anybody that is, you know, if you're my friend, you're family. Gotcha. I got love for you because I'm so careful. People are evil. People are really cruel and have a lot of bad ways about themselves, and I see through all of that.
I definitely respect.
You know? Yeah. So, hold on, let me lay your cards down because I have to have focus. Okay. So, I speak someone, a relationship with a woman, sweet woman too, passionate woman. And you feel like you have other options or other choices. Yeah. And I wanted something, but she's sad about your relationship.
Whoa, what's this, bro?
She's sad about the relationship where you're kind of like looking elsewhere, but you two make actually a very good union. You make a very good union. And I asked Spirit to tell me what you need to know. So for her to come out in the relationship, I want to let you know that you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make one soon in order to get the outcome that is more favorable.
What's a favorable outcome?
You two, even though there is an imbalance, you are a great team.
What's her zodiac?
I don't really know her zodiac. I just know her. What
kind of woman is she?
Passionate, sweet. Like if I was gonna give her a zodiac, I would give her maybe a fire sign or a water sign. If I were to give a zodiac, it'd be a fire sign, water sign. They're more warm. But then again, you come out a little fire too, and you got air. So
if it was a water sign, what would it be?
If it was a water sign, I'd say maybe Pisces. I would feel like she might be a Pisces, or I feel like she would be a Pisces. I could do Cancer, but I feel Pisces. I feel more of a Pisces. But that if that was her being a water sign, the energy I get off of her, Pisces, like, what is her zodiac?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't know?
Nah, it's YurpTV. I don't know nothing about what you're talking about, but keep going though. So okay. So what you need from me? A question?
Yeah, you can ask a question. You can ask a question. I'm telling you about. There's that. You can see her act like there ain't no woman. There is. It don't come out in the
What about Aquarius?
Yeah, she could be an Aquarius. It's more of her traits than her zodiac. You know what I mean? It's her traits. Sweet. She's sweet. Yeah. Passionate. But her emotions can run high, so you might get temper tantrums every now and again. But that's okay. Nothing bad. She's good with teeth. Like, y'all will make a great pair.
Okay.
Just having that balance.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It sounds good?
No, it sounds great.
What do you want to ask?
What are the chances of me having my little ones in the same house?
Oh, yeah.
All 6 of them. I know it's slim, but let's see. Let's see if I need it.
And the woman, you dealt with her before. She's an ex, for sure.
Oh, she's an ex?
Mm-hmm. She's an ex.
How can you tell that from cards? Fuck is that's wild. Huh?
Yeah, she's an ex.
You're a Scorpio too, right? You want to read some tarot cards?
I'm sure.
She's an ex, but she's very much still in your life though. Keep smiling.
Yeah, you tough right there. She tough. You look into it. She tough.
She's talking some real.
Yeah.
She's tough, yo. She's tough.
She ain't
tough.
lying. She don't lie in her craft.
I really don't. I don't even play
only truth.
Only truth. I don't even sit here and sugarcoat it.
That's crazy, though. I gotta be honest. That is wild. Like, that is wild.
Is it accurate?
What part?
I just don't want to say it.
You don't want to say,
But
oh,
it's okay.
come on, it's okay.
Just be true to yourself.
I'm
What do
true
you
to myself.
feel?
Inside of me, everything is
Okay,
good.
so is it accurate?
I don't want to talk about it.
Like, in order,
You heard it here, folks.
something a lot of people aren't. They don't want to be honest with other people because they're not honest with themselves.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
With the Yeezys on. With the Yeezys.
For real.
For real.
That's how they rocking in LA with the Yeezys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Lit down there.
Yeah.
I told you, I got a better question for you.
Do you want me to do this?
Will I be married again? I got married before.
Okay.
Because I don't really see marriage in my future. And that's a tough cookie out there. You plan on getting married again?
Yes.
You do?
I hope to. But I don't know. I have not found someone that is marriage material.
And you shuffle cards every time you meet a new nigga?
No, honestly, I try not to read my life like that.
Word.
So I can have I'll call her and be like, girl, like, what you think I should do? Knowing I can go to cards, but I don't like to because when I know. I can't undo what I know because I know these are true. So if I read a card and it say that you ain't shit, I'm going to always know that you ain't shit and I'm not going to take it there with you.
Mm-hmm.
Where I want to live, I like to live the
Yeah.
experience. It's fun.
That's the thing.
Like, I knew you on shit.
That's the thing about knowing it.
That's almost the definition of insanity, though.
Honestly, though,
It
yeah.
could
That's
be.
definitely insane.
Yeah, real shit. It's like you have all the truth,
Facts.
but you try
You
not to
just-
have all
yeah,
the truth. You're
yeah.
like, no, I don't want it all.
I don't.
Because I want to live.
I won't.
I want to live.
That's
And you're
tough.
right. If I win the cards every time
Yeah. You're not
for my
gonna-
life,
Yeah.
I would be insane. So I
Yeah.
don't.
You'll probably have a boyfriend that's a square ball of sponge pants nigga too. You'll hate that nigga.
Yeah. God knows. I be hating on them.
Where can people find you on social media?
Rari Love, RARI space LOVE.
Is that on Instagram too?
Facebook. I don't know what my IG is. That's not my platform. Like, I don't really go up there like that. But I think it's like love_Rari22.
Okay.
Something like that. That's what it is.
All right.
And then my Snapchat is Lovable Beauty. I am on Snap.
And what are you charging for?
Readings, and I have it on my cover photo. But for readings, 15 minutes is $15. 30 minutes is $20. 45 minutes is $25, and an hour is $30. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's for now, because really, that's really cheap, honestly, compared to other readers. A lot of readers, they'll do 30 minutes for $150.
Word.
But I know people don't believe in me, so you got to give them a low price.
We'll see.
But eventually, when I move to LA, my prices will go up, for sure.
Word. What all were you looking to accomplish when you first got into tarot reading?
Honestly, nothing. I didn't even think that I would be doing it for other people like this. When I first started, it was really more for myself.
Word.
It was, now, during that time, I went to the cards for everything. now I've gutted out my life and I've done a lot of work